Hey folks, I am just about to shoot a 5-shot group at 100 yards, that one target right down there, bullseye target, using Berger factory ammo. This is 175 grain tactical open tip match bullets for this 308 Winchester Accuracy International AXSA rifle. Now, this thing has shot so well with the standard traditional 168 grain 167 grain type bullets, half MOA, 0.6 MOA, always right around there, even as low as 0.28 MOA 5-shot groups. But when I shot the heavier bullets, and specifically what's important here is the longer bullets, doesn't seem to shoot so well. This is a 1 in 10 twist on this rifle barrel, so you'd think it would shoot the 175 longer bullets just fine, maybe even better. So I picked up some of this Berger ammo, match grade ammo. Let's go ahead and see how this is going to shoot. .2630. A little bit slower, of course, than my 168s. That is to be expected, a heavier bullet. Pretty consistent for factory ammo so far, but it's only 2 shots. Well, you had a better look at that target than I did. Looks like a pretty nice group. I don't know if it's going to stack up against our 168 grains. Hey, stick around. We're going to go through all of these results, look at muzzle velocity, standard deviation of muzzle velocities, and of course, how good this group really was in extreme spread dispersion. Now that turned out really well, much better than I anticipated and much better than what I had experienced before with these heavier, or rather let me say long for caliber bullets in this 308 Winchester. Let's take a look at the results very closely. Muzzle velocity, we had an average of 2,639 feet per second, with that very last round being faster, fairly faster, than all the rest. That then drove up the standard deviation of the muzzle velocities to 15.5 or 15.5 feet per second. Now for factory ammo, that's not bad. I always like to see, and normally I can achieve single-digit standard deviations in my reloads, and I like to see it with factory ammo as well. Didn't quite get it here, but the proof is in the pudding. And here is our pudding. 4 shots right in here. That last shot right there. You know, I wonder if I muffed that last shot myself. I'm not sure of that. In some ways it felt like I could have pulled it down at the very last moment. But I don't flat out recall, oh yeah, I just blew that shot. I remember squeezing the shot very clearly. Crosshairs were in the same place as I have been placing all the rest, right there on that X. I can clearly see that. And then, of course, I saw the shot impact low. That is what it is. But even so, that 5-shot group is easily sub-MOA. In fact, it's 0.68 MOA, and that is the best group that I have shot, 5-shot group that I have shot with these heavier or longer bullets. Did pretty well also with the Sako factory ammo that was shooting the Lapua Skinner L or Sinar L bullets, also 175 grain bullets. You can catch up on that video if you're interested in that. Very similar end results on those two, but again, in other cases, those, I suppose, less expensive factory ammo offerings in this heavier weight did not do so well. So here's what's kind of interesting though, is I hear a lot of talk, a lot of folks are thinking, saying that for a .308 Winchester you really have to go to the 175 grain bullet because it will allow you to shoot to 1,000 yards or beyond. It'll maintain or be supersonic all the way out to that because these longer bullets have such a higher ballistic coefficient. Well, I did some digging into that, and the ballistic coefficient of this particular bullet was very comparable to the 167 grain Lapua Sinar bullets. Now the advantage of the lighter bullet, 167, 168 grain bullets, is that they can be launched much faster, oftentimes about 100 feet per second or so faster than the heavier bullet. And at some point though, that higher ballistic coefficient bullet does overtake the lower BC bullet, and so there is somewhat of an advantage. But you'll see here in this graph or in this table that all the way out to 1,000 yards, those two bullets, 167 grain Sinar and the 175 grain Berger that we fired today, are very, very similar all the way out to that, as I said, 1,000 yards. So my take on this is that you don't need the 175 or even the 185 grain bullets for a .308. Don't get caught up in that. You may be better off with those, but what I'm driving at is test those bullets in your rifle. If you're getting the performance you need from a 167, 168 grain, then that is the round for you and your rifle. If you and your rifle do all the better with the heavier, longer bullets, there you go. It just always comes back to finding that bullet that performs best in your rifle. No difference here. Hey, you may have some ideas or suggestions, observations on this entire topic we've been talking about today. You may have some things you'd like to see us do in the future on this channel. Hey, just drop those things into the comments section below, and thank you for watching.